Hi all, this is Sophia with I Love You 33. I design and make little girl clothing along with these helpful tutorials. If you want to check out other tutorials or my clothing line, come on over to iloveyou33.com. The tutorials can be about anything from sewing to canning. That's what we're going to do today. I'm going to show you how to can dill pickles. The reason for this is because I've been inspired by my Nana, who's been canning since I can remember, and also because this week in the farmer's market box we received a whole bunch of these cucumber pickles. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to start with what you need and then we'll get started. The necessary items you're going to need to do your can dill pickles are jars, of course, pickles, this size is perfect, these cucumber pickles, garlic, fresh dill, and then for your brine, you're going to need vinegar, coarse salt, and water. You're also going to need a large pot. I've already got the water boiling back here. A large pot for sanitizing your jars. And then once your jars are stuffed with your cucumbers, dill, garlic, the yummy brine, you're going to give the jar a water bath. So you're going to need that large pot. Those are the items you need. Let's get started. I just sanitized the jars in this pot right here. I filled the pot with about this much water. Then I laid the jars on their side and just rolled them around, along with setting in the lids and the rings in there. Now they're off to the side, drying and cooling, so I'm going to go ahead and make our brine. What you're going to need is just a smaller pot. We're going to start with the water, go to the vinegar and salt. 3 cups of water. Get it in there without spilling it. It's 2 cups. This was the largest container I had. And 3rd cup. Then 2 cups of vinegar. I'm using apple cider vinegar, but any kind of white vinegar will work fine. That was your vinegar, and coarse salt or pickling salt. There we go. I'm going to turn this on to a boil, then let it simmer. While it's simmering, I'm going to go ahead and quarter our cucumbers. The brine is simmering behind me. I have my sanitized jars. I've already gone ahead and packed 1 jar. I'll show you how I did it. What we're going to use is the cold pack method, which simply means that both the jars and the cucumbers are room temperature. It's just simpler for those that are new to canning. So I'm going to start with the larger pieces first and go ahead and stuff those in. You're going to want to get these in there nice and tight because as they sit in the brine, they're going to kind of shrink up a little bit, and you don't want to have any pickles floating at the top. You want them nice and tight. I had enough pickles to stuff 2 jars. The smaller pickles are perfect to just kind of cram in right on the top. What is left is the garlic and the dill, 2 pieces at least on each jar. And then we're going to go ahead and take some dill, take a good amount. This is dill pickles, so you want a good amount of dill. And you're just going to shove it in there wherever there's room. Just go ahead and get it in. So it's easier to start with the stem. Find a little spot that they can go in there and slide it down. Even if you've got to stuff it in there, that's fine. Next is to just pour in the brine and then give it a water bath. So I have my brine here. It's been simmering this whole time. Just going to go ahead and pour it in. Here it's important to leave about 1/2 inch of headroom at the top. So you're not going to fill it all the way. Here we go. Then I take a clean towel and I'm going to wipe off the lip of the jars. This is just to make sure we have a really tight seal. Then I take the sanitized lids and jars or rings and go ahead and screw these on. Once these are on nice and tight, I'm going to go ahead and put them in the water bath. I have the water boiling already right behind me. Here we go. I just pulled this can out of the water bath. I'm going to pull the second one out. All right. It hasn't popped down, so it's still convex, which means that if it doesn't pop down and go concave in the next 24 hours, I'm going to have to put it straight into the refrigerator. This one, on the other hand, has popped down. It's nice and concave. After they cool for 24 hours, I can go ahead and store this one in the pantry in a nice, cool, dark place. This one, on the other hand, if it doesn't pop down, has to go in the fridge. The marinate time for these guys is about 4 to 6 weeks if you want the best flavor. Same for the refrigerator and for the pantry. So there you have it. We canned our dill pickles. I hope you enjoyed this time with me. If you want to check out other tutorials or my clothing line, come on over to iloveyou33.com. Thanks again.